Well, we would have liked to finish first, but it's something that we'll look back on and be a good accomplishment. New Mexico's a good team, so we got to tip our hat to them. But I think it's something that we're gonna look back on down the road and talk about that we finished second. But we just got to be ready for the conference tournament now and continue to keep playing better and better. And still got a lot of work to do, to play our best ball. So. We'll be back at it Monday. Hopefully we got a lot of basketball left to play. Well, we got to watch Boise State and San Diego State at home before we came. And then we had heard that Fresno was beating UNLV, and that we knew that New Mexico and Air Force was close. But at the end of the day, we were only worried about ourselves right now. What other teams are doing isn't really in our thought right now. So we just got to continue to do what we need to do to be, the best team that we can for going forward into the conference tournament and then into the NCAA tournament. Yeah, we got a chance to make it a lot better too going into the conference tournament. If you look at this conference, we're going to have a chance to get, better wins, more wins, good quality wins. So, I think right now we can't really think about our resume or what ifs. We just got to go out there and continue to get better and just try to, play better and better each game because it's gonna take really good play for us to do what we want to do this year. So no matter what our resume is or not, we got to continue to improve. Yeah, as far as I know, it's just a sprain. No, nothing's broken. I don't know. We'll be able to tell more tomorrow, but it's whatever I can tolerate. We were playing so well today that I didn't want to risk coming in and re-injuring it. I expect to play Wednesday. Other than that, nothing's broken, so there's no reason for me not to play. Well, I told Mac if the game got close, I was coming in. And then it got to like 9, and I was like, okay, so I might be able to get in. We still got a lot of basketball left, so I wanted to play, but it was a smart decision for me to get some ice on and try to prevent as much swelling as possible. So, I don't know, I'll be ready. It's just a little ankle sprain. Well, I don't know. I guess get to see what it's like to be a coach. See why all of them have gray hair. Yeah, it's difficult when, especially on senior night when, there's 5 seniors and you're sitting there on the bench while everybody else is playing and playing so well. So it's difficult, but, we got a lot of basketball left to play. So I got to do whatever I got to do to get ready for Wednesday and, help this team continue to get better and then make a run in the tournament.
We're getting there, but there's always room for improvement. And I think now that it's you lose and you're done for the next 2 tournaments that we're in, we're going to be definitely playing with everything we've got, leaving it all on the court. I didn't even pay attention to stuff like that, but I don't know. It's whatever. Just trying to help the win. Yeah, absolutely. He runs this team. He does a great job telling people where to go, and we move the ball so much better when he's in the game. So, we struggled a little bit, but that's just because we haven't been working on it without him. So, it's all about who works together. And it was a little bit different without him on the court.
I think it's a tremendous accomplishment. With the history of CSU basketball, there's been a lot of good teams, and to have the most wins is. That's an honor, and it's something that we'll take pride in. It's huge. We always liked playing at Moby, and the fact that it was senior night and we got 5 seniors starting, I'd say we came out real determined, and it got us that big lead early. Yeah, I don't know. It'll sink in over the next few days. It's amazing how time has just flown by. But what a great way to end it with a great win in front of a great crowd. If I can remember right, they play really hard. They got a lot of good players, and they're a deep team. So we'll just have to prepare, just like we prepare for every other game, and we'll be ready by Wednesday. You want to finish as high as you can in conference. So the fact that we got the 2 versus the 3. I think that's huge, especially like you said in one of the toughest conferences in the country. Well, we have high goals, but once again, we just got to take it one game at a time. We just got to focus on Fresno State and on the task at hand, and let worry about that later.
Well, I thought that nobody was affected by it being the last game. I didn't give it any thought till it was over. I think the players were the same. Dorian, obviously, we're not the same team without him. Hopefully he'll be back because of, I've been telling everybody about Fresno State, and that's who we play. But it was a great win. We're playing our best basketball. Again, Dorian threw a little wrench into it by having to adjust guys that we've been very fortunate, up until tonight, that we can go as deep as nine guys with Joe playing. So we're playing well. We're playing well, and that's what you want to do. But I like to think all the teams that we've coached in the years that we've played our best at the end. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you don't win. But this team, these pair of guards were picked as the best pair of guards preseason in the conference. We knew we were playing, and I thought we did a great job of just finding a way to win the game in spite of some adversity. There's no question about it. Without Dorian, we're a different team. And there's a few guys you could say that about, but it's like losing your quarterback. It's big. But I think we think he'll. The conference tournament, that'd be fine, but we really need him for the NC2As, so we get a lot of time to get him ready for that. Well, we keyed on him, and I thought Pearson and the guys did a good job. We kind of moved guys around on him, but it was kind of a group effort. What I like is we can still get a lot better. We had a day off, and then we had two of our best practices prior to this game after the Wyoming win. So this team's serious about what they want to do. I mean, what they've done is, I don't know if I've ever had a team accomplish so much, and we're limited. We're not really deep. We're not really long. We're not overly fast. But all that we did was really a championship away from a guy coming in here and going crazy with 10 threes. That's kind of how I look at it. Now, whatever anybody looks at it, that'd be fine, but I kind of look at it like, that's how close this team was. Second place all by itself in the number one conference in the country is quite an accomplishment, but we were pretty close to grabbing the whole thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think should be player of the year. I think the team that wins it should have a little bit of a New Mexico, whoever Steve Alford thinks is their most impact player. I think that should account for something that you win the league, But do I think Colton's the best player in the league? Absolutely. That's just my opinion. But the team that wins the league, they've got a lot of good players too. But Colton's best basketball is ahead of him, is what it means. I just say it doesn't mean a lot. It means a lot. To say you're the best at something in that area. I understand that the guys like Mike Krzyzewski go to a school and stay at a school, but my dad was a car dealer. He sold cars, so I'm proud of what he instilled in me, and I didn't get the easy route. I wasn't a great player. We worked hard for where we've gotten to, and I'm proud of it. I think we're capable of beating anybody on a given night. We are limited in areas. Can we play it as? Are we the best team in the country night in and night out? Night in and night out? Are we capable of that? No, we don't have. We're just not. We don't have 4 lottery picks. But is this team at a level where it should be? Yeah, where we should be at this time, and it's good enough to beat anybody at the right time. Yeah, we're going to go to the NC2A tournament, and there's a lot of luck involved, depending on who we play and the type of team we play. But again, we're capable of playing with anybody on a given night, and I'd like to think that you never know. You start shooting the ball well, and we have not really shot the ball well. start shooting the ball, and I think we have a real base to us defensively and rebounding wise. You know, you never know. Well, I think it's a terrible draw. I mean, look what they just did. They did something we couldn't do. I mean, I bet everybody said ho hum, nice 7-point win against Fresno. Well, I think that was coming off the New Mexico game, and that was probably our greatest win of the year, in my opinion. The Fresno game here. You know, we had to get our team right. We stayed in a hotel the night before, the first and only time we've done that in town. Took a lot of massaging, a lot of talking to, a lot of getting these guys, you know, a lot of work to pull that game out, and that's how good I think Fresno is. So it's about the last team you want to play. I don't know the circumstances, but you got to play somebody. And for now, we're just going to enjoy the moment that only one team finished ahead of us in conference play, and that's pretty monumental when you're talking about the #1 conference in the country. And we've had our critics all year, and I think we've put out all the fires every time that happens. And I just want us to play well. You know, I'm satisfied with this team. You know, we don't get complacent, but we've gotten this team to win 4 road games in the league when they won 1 last year. We've gotten this team to play the way I think it should play. You know, this is an incredible, difficult coaching situation this year. As tough a scenario as a coach or players could walk into. You know, expectations far out of whack. Expectations too high. A lot of pressure on the players. A lot of pressure on the coach. You know, to like I always said, when I first walked around town, if you'd said we wouldn't go to the NC2A tournament, if you took a poll, or we'd go to the Final Four, the poll would be we're going to go to the Final Four. So it really was out of whack. It took some special young men to do what we've done so far. And you know, the fun jobs are when you have a honeymoon and your team's terrible and your jokes are funny, and everybody understands you got a bad team, but you know, these are tough situations. Just ask my wife. It's been a tough 5 months of not wanting to let the people that hired me, the fans, and more importantly the players that have bought into me and how it should be done. You know, when they tell you they love you after, you know, on senior night, you've only had them for 5 months on the court. You know, it's what it's all about to me. You know, it really is. So, and it's hard to change. And I asked them to change, and they did.